Wait,
All
I
right,
just
Chris.
realized. Well,
We're
I just realized I have the wrong name on right now. Like, it's not like usually it says, "Can you change that?"
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, my name is Chris Carr, not Marlo Zambrotta.
I don't actually know how to change it.
All right, whatever, guys. As you know, I'm Chris Carr, one of the founders and hosts of Ian and Chris's awesome podcast, Incorporated. And welcome to episode 24. This is probably might be the biggest episode yet, right, Ian?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Because we have the one and only Marlo Zambrotta right next to me.
Hello.
The girl in question. Everyone's asking Chris, is Chris single? No, he is not. This is my girlfriend. I am locked down. So yeah, this episode is kind of I think everyone's just gonna hate on me. I think that's probably the main topic of conversation. Because everyone loves to hate on Chris. Who doesn't? It's the best. It's the best segment. But before we get into that, Ian, give me updates on Ian's life. What are you up to?
Ian's good. Ian's back home. I was at school for a while. Now I'm back. Yeah, pretty basic. Chris and I were in Boston, as you'll know from our last video, which has been
Yeah, if you
posted.
haven't watched that video, go watch it right now.
Yeah, and then I was just back in South Bend for a few weeks, so that was all good. Now I'm back home, living life, living the dream here in Haddonfield. So yeah, two thumbs up. Chris, what have you been up to?
I've been chilling in the big Florida. Uh, I have, yeah, I've been just working a lot, get my bread up. Marlo obviously has come to visit me and has blessed me with her presence.
You're welcome.
Yes, so that's very exciting. I bought a paddle board, so I've been into
Oh
paddle
wow.
boarding recently. That's been a lot of fun. Been investigating all the lakes. I was just on the ocean today. So we saw some eagle rays.
We did.
Shout out to the eagle rays. Um,
One almost bit me.
yeah, one almost bit Marlo. And yesterday we rented a boat. We went out on a pontoon boat into the bay, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I've been chilling. That's really my update. I mean, yeah, my last exciting thing I really did was, that awesome trip to Boston. Shout
Yeah.
out Ian. I'm not going to shout out the other guy that was there because he's been annoying me. Um, but it was just a great time.
Yeah. Shout out Nate. Nate hosted us in Boston, as you'll know from the last video, which you've watched by now because it's been posted.
Yes, but it was only a couple weeks delayed.
Yeah.
There was some like copyright and issues. But anyways, we're getting past that. Yeah, our donators are helping us push through. Um, yeah. Do we have any group updates, Ian?
Um, Not that I can think of. No, not off the top of my head.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I have any either, honestly. I feel like everyone's just grinding it out. Julian got posted on Instagram again. He looks,
Really?
I hope the girlfriend.
yes,
Oh
Exciting.
wow. That's
yes.
exciting.
Oh, maybe that was the first time I said on the podcast. Yeah, Julian has a girlfriend. I don't know if he announced that yet.
I don't think, yeah, Julian
Might
is a
be breaking news. Podcast. Breaking news. Julian has a girlfriend. We never thought that they would come, but it's exciting. And it looks like he might be even a little whipped, which is even more. It's just crazy. You would have never thought a man like him could get whipped, but it happens to all of us.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah, Ian would know. Who's that?
Sure. Yeah. Anyhow, with that exciting update, um, Marlo, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Oh gosh.
And it's like
Let
an
me
interview.
Well, this summer I was working at Richmond Children's Hospital in the NICU doing research, like a combined program for research and clinical shadowing. Um, I'm a biochem major at the University of Richmond, so same as Chris with a neuroscience concentration. Um, I played soccer for a long time I had a career-ending injury recently, tough stuff, a lot of concussions. I run.
She,
Running's fun. I run a lot.
she likes to run.
I do like to run. I come from a big family. I have four siblings. I'm from New Jersey too, North Jersey. The better part of Jersey. Go Knicks. Um, I don't know. Ian, just stop me whenever.
No, keep going.
Oh goodness. I speak Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican.
Mm,
That's why I'm tan mugging Chris right now.
mm.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I want to go to medical school, so I've been studying for the MCAT. My MCAT's coming up. That's big stuff. Pretty exciting. Yeah. It's some stuff about me.
Well, that's
I
awesome.
got some
Thank
little bonding, Ian. I know you're a big Yankees fan.
you. I'm a
Marlo's
Yankee fan,
also a
yes.
Yankees fan. Maybe you guys could like bond over that.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know enough about the Yankees.
All right, never mind. I mean, we could just talk about how the Sixers got LeBron freaking James. I mean,
Bro.
Ian, you know how excited I am. Ian's a Celtics fan. Poor Ian. He lost everything in the past couple of months. So shout out Pepe. Celtics suck. The Sixers, LeBron is coming home. So super. This is a side note, but yes, I'm very excited. I've been very excited. That's probably should have been my big update. I've been like, genuinely, I've been in such a good mood after LeBron announced he's coming to Philadelphia. I've just been so happy. Like, I was wearing my Sixers jersey yesterday. I swear to God, like every 5 minutes, someone was like stopping me and was like, "Go Sixers, LeBron."
Tyrese Maxey also joined us on our date. He pulled up a
Oh,
photo
that
and
was VJ.
oh, sorry, VJ Edgecombe. He sat there and watched us eat ice cream.
That's nice.
Ian doesn't understand what that means.
Oh, who VJ Edgecombe is?
No, he doesn't. There was a picture of VJ Cone.
Oh yeah.
I got, yeah, I think
I
Oh,
think
did you
he
get
got
that
I
one?
put the pieces together. Yeah. I solved the puzzle. Thank you though for checking in. All right. Well, um, Chris, how do you want to start? Should we just ask Marlo questions or should we move into the big topic that we're doing?
I have questions.
Yeah, let's do questions.
Yeah, sure. So, Marlo, like, what was your first
Oh no.
impression of Ian? I know you guys met a little bit ago. What was your first impression of Ian?
When was the first time I met Ian?
Was it July 4th?
Was it July 4th? I
Yeah,
guess it
last
must have
year.
been.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, over a year ago. Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember. I feel like I was so overwhelmed that weekend meeting. Like I feel like I met everybody all at once.
Mm.
So it was hard to like distinguish between meeting people. Like I remember meeting Nate. I remember meeting Marina because I met them separately at what are you leaving at? Oh,
I'm
you're
raising my hand.
yes.
What was your impression of Nate and why was it bad?
It wasn't bad.
No way it was a good
Meeting
impression
Nate.
with Nate.
It wasn't a bad impression at all.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
I feel like I immediately bonded with Marina first, but like that's easy. Like she's a girl, she's really chatty. It's like me, her, and my friend Ella, like we got to hang out when she visited. And then I slowly got to know Nate. It was a fun time. Yeah. It was a good trip when they visited. That was Hippo night, Seal night, Hippo night, one of the nights.
Seal night.
I think it was Seal night. Yeah, that's when I met Jack Carr too.
Who do you like better, Jack, Carr, or Nate?
I feel like I'm being trapped.
Just
I
curious.
mean, Jack is Chris's brother, so I'm gonna go Jack. But no hate to Nate.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Breaking news.
Also, Jack keeps up to date with me. He texts me, he sends me reels,
Mm.
we app. There's an
Oh,
occasional phone call in there, so
Yeah.
he's not
Nate
calling me on the phone.
Nate doesn't really keep in touch well. So
Oh, so it's Jack Carr.
Nate only responds to me if I like hate on him. He will like, I'm like, hey Nate, like, what are you doing this week? No response. Like, Nate, you like stink. Like, you're the worst ever. And it's like, bro. He responds like immediately, bro. Like, stop texting me. He reads everything I send him. Reads everything I send him. I know that. He's just not. He's the worst responder of all time. Like,
Oh,
he's
man.
so better. Anyways, this isn't a side story.
All right, so what was your first impression of Chris?
Oh,
First impression of Chris.
all good
Well,
things.
I guess our like first date, I thought he was like really normal. I was like, this kid is like
Am
oddly
I
normal.
not normal?
No, you're not. But he was like oddly normal on our first date, and I was like, like maybe he's a little normal. Like I needed a little more like what's the right word for it? Like a little bit more eccentric
Mm.
personality. And, like that definitely came out on the second date. But the first date, he was just like really normal. Like I thought he was a really nice guy, very gentlemanly. He was fun to talk to. Just he was like really normal. And then eventually I learned all about Chris and the hippos and the seals and everything. And I was like, oh, he's a little strange. And I liked it.
Oh, I feel like I'm a pretty normal guy, pretty stand-up guy.
You are. I didn't say you weren't.
Maybe this is like supposed to be an episode where it's just all praise directed towards me in the form of Ian. And yeah,
Praised on this podcast. You called me an 87.
the ratings are ratings. You know, it's hard. It's hard to change.
My
It's
justice.
hard to change ratings. But yeah, Ian, do you have any more questions?
Um, well, I just you want to ask one first, and then I'll ask one.
Okay.
Unless you already out of questions.
Well, my question is, that question I had was, Ian, you took PChem. Marlo and I are both taking PChem one next semester. Any words of wisdom being you're the chemistry god?
Well, I would not say I'm the chemistry god. But I don't know, just have fun.
Uh,
I
you
don't
Ian.
know.
Ian, what's the lowest grade you've ever gotten in a class ever?
Um, like letter grade or number grade?
Either.
I don't know. Appalachian history.
What was it?
Um, an A minus.
Oh my God, Ian got an A minus. How do you get A minus in Appalachian history? Was that the way? But was that for the class where you went to go volunteer?
No, that's a separate seminar.
Hmm.
But
Ian, were you upset with that A minus?
not really. I did my best. So
Oh, okay.
That's all that
Guess you
matters.
weren't good at Appalachian history.
yeah, when I said you could ask more questions, I kind of meant ask more questions to our guests, not about my academic
Sorry.
history.
Sorry, I just like thought about that. Thought about that. I don't know. I feel like I don't really have a lot of questions. I feel like already know all the answers, but here's a question.
No.
What are my top five best qualities?
Are you serious right now?
That's the question.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's for a question. That's a
You're done.
question.
You're done. I'll ask the questions. Okay. All right. So we had Marina on here a while ago. And so I think she's our only other guest that we've talked to about sorority life. So you're
Mhm.
in a sorority, very involved. And it's like
Yeah,
a Southern sorority, technically speaking, right?
I
Maybe
guess.
it's not like an SEC sorority, but
No.
say it's Southern sorority. So tell us what that's like, how you've enjoyed that, what kind of role that's played in your college experience.
Yeah. Um, I guess what's nice about Rush at Richmond is that we rush second semester. So, like, I didn't come into college knowing I wanted to rush or be in a sorority or anything like that. I actually was probably more against it than for it. But then I got to Richmond and got the chance to like meet a lot of girls that were in sororities through like other clubs and whatever. Learn more about like what the sororities were about, like what each one's reputation was, and so on. And I think like since I joined the soccer team really early on, a lot of those girls actually were in the sorority that I ended up joining. So it was like a good way to meet them, see like, oh, is this a place I would actually want to be at? And like I decided to rush. I just kind of went with it. I was like, all right, we'll just see what happens. If I get in one, then I'll do it. And I got into Kappa Delta, which is like what a lot of the girls on the soccer team were in. And it's been really fun. I'm not like super involved, but I go to all like the social functions. Like we have a lot of like sisterhood events, and that's been a good way to meet a lot of friends. The socials are really fun. Chris has gone to a few, which has been fun. He loves them. Yeah, I like to stay involved in like a social way. It's just a way to have friends like outside of like I don't know, I have like soccer friends, I have like class friends, I have like my friend group, and then I have like some girls in the sorority that I wouldn't have met otherwise. So it's been nice.
And for our like high school demographic, or also we have a big demographic that's going into college next year. That are females. We have a big demographic in
Yeah.
that area.
Your sister.
Yes, a very big demographic
Okay.
of at least a lot of people. And would you like? I know I asked Marina this, but would you have any advice for such demographic of our
I mean,
viewers?
you're gonna get it from everyone, but you just have to be yourself. Like, I honestly think like being on the other side of Rush where like you're the one interviewing the girls, like you're just as nervous as the girls that are rushing.
Mm,
Like you want to make a good impression. You're trying to convince them to go to your sorority too. So you also don't want to go to a sorority that where like you don't fit. So like don't try and be someone you're not. Be yourself. Because like if these are really going to be your friends, you want to be able to be yourself and just goof around. Yeah.
that's great advice.
Yeah. We were rushing, they gave us the advice to I mean it's kind of weird, but like imagine if you were like you fell in the mud and like where would you want to run into if you felt embarrassed? So like you should just be able to be yourself. I feel like Katie was that. Like I just had a good time. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a
Uh,
great question, Ian.
yeah, Chris, you ready to ask a question now, or you'd like me to go again, or?
I mean, most of my questions are centered around myself, but I'll ask one that's not centered around myself, just so I seem a little bit, less self-centered. Um, but yeah, Marlo's involved with a lot of research. She loves doing sciencey stuff. Could you share about, I think Ian will find this fascinating. Could you talk a little bit about the rats driving cars and what's that's about at
The
Richmond?
rats driving cars. Okay, well, I'm part of a lab. I wasn't actually on that project, but I mean, I guess like the lab, we have like a lot of like really heavy science stuff, and then there's some other stuff that's kind of just like more for fun, more for like the public consumption. And the Rats Driving Cars project was nice because it got people who might not necessarily be interested in science, like to pay attention to the stuff that we're doing. So that was good. But basically, in our lab, we trained rats to drive cars by like pressing a lever. There's like a Fruit Loop at the end of like this arena. And we would train them with like fruit Fruit Loops, like a sweet treat reward to get them to
Yeah, I
learn to
like the
do
sweet
it.
treat.
So they press like a lever and then they can go to the end and they learn to drive cars. And now they're actually featured, or I don't know if they are yet. They will be featured at the Virginia Science Museum. So,
Oh, really?
Oh,
mhm.
nice.
Like the rats themselves are like,
Yeah, the rats. It's gonna be in,
oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I mean, I know they had like I think it was NBC News that did a special on it or something.
Yeah, there's also they're featured on like a Netflix documentary called The Secret Lives of Pets. So yeah, they're pretty famous. And like our professor, like she again likes to just say that they're a good way to get people to pay attention. Well, like that's not like the most interesting science in her mind as like a scientist. It's just it's a cool thing for people to listen to.
It was cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Do you want to go a little bit more into like your specific project in general?
sure.
I mean, we'd love to hear. We want to hear what the actual
Okay, yeah.
science. So we have a big science demographic, so they want to hear about the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
science rather than the rats.
Kids are very into
Yeah.
science. Um, yeah, so it's a neuroscience research lab where we use rats as a preclinical model for different um, issues like depression, things like that. So we developed a model called, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Whatever. It's like effort-based rewards. So we increase positive anticipation in the rats by giving them different rewards. Like, for example, a Fruit Loop, they know they're going to get it. Like, you train them so they know they're going to get it. Like, we put a Lego block in their cage, and then 15 minutes later, that means they get a Fruit Loop. So they see the Lego block, they get excited because they know that a Fruit Loop's coming. And then one group has that, and then one group doesn't. They just have like the control, like they just get a Fruit Loop or just get the Lego block or whatever. And then we put them through a series of behavioral tests to see like how they act differently, their play behaviors, what their tails do, are they interacting with the other rats, what changes between the two groups, and then we do eventually have to analyze their brains.
And how do you do that? Oh my God.
We look at their brains, and yeah, it's pretty cool. That's like my favorite part is like analyzing the brain tissue because I'm really interested in the brain and learning about it. So we'll like get their brain tissue, stain it for different things depending on what we're looking at, and see what's different. Yeah, whether that's like oxytocin, perineuronal nets, brain-derived neurotropic factor, a variety of different things we can look at, which is pretty. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so that research sounds awesome. I have a question that's not really about the research though. Do you enjoy like handling the rats?
I'm actually allergic.
Oh my gosh.
It's like really not fun. Yeah, I wore like a special mask over the summer when I had to handle the actual rats because I guess they have like similar dander to cats and I'm allergic to cats. So no, that was not my very enjoyable for
Yeah,
me.
everyone else had to wear the mask, right?
Yeah, but I had like a special one.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, and then I have another question, which again, is kind of off topic, but I'm just curious. So, somebody who really likes the brain, do you have a favorite part of the brain?
A favorite part of the brain.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I feel like my lab does a lot with the hippocampus, and I think it's really interesting of like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that can shape the hippocampus, learning, memory. And yeah, I think there's just a lot to learn about the hippocampus. And within the hippocampus, there's so many different regions. So like I focus on different areas of it, and each different like little region within it has its own special functions. So yeah.
Awesome.
Mm. And you said you're really interested in the brain. Is there any background behind that or any reasons to that?
I don't know. When I was younger, I used to read a lot, and I just like found the brain really fascinating, whether that was like hard sciences, like from a like neurological standpoint, or like psychology. Like sleep studies were always cool. And then when I got to college, I like pursued it. I've also had a history of several like concussions, so like that made me interested in the brain. Um, yeah, it's definitely something I'm interested in pursuing in the future. Yeah,
Mm.
Awesome. All right. Can I take the conversation to a different direction? Is that okay?
go for it, Ian.
Okay. So you talked about your concussions, right? Which your most recent one was a result of soccer,
Yeah,
right? So if we're in the vein of athletics, I know that you're a marathon runner, right?
correct.
So
Correct.
tell us about that.
Yeah, when I stopped playing, like I played competitive soccer my whole life, so like was traveling every weekend, was always busy, practices 3, 4 times a week, traveling up and down the East Coast. So when that ended, I was like, oh, like I need something, like you can't just go from like all this to nothing when I came to college. And like I did club soccer, but I don't know, I just wanted some other like outlet because club soccer at Richmond is like pretty chill. So I started running and I was like I'm pretty good at this. It's like kind of fun. And I ran a half marathon, which was like fun. I had a good time. It didn't require too much training just because like with all like the soccer and endurance and like I'd run far distances before in high school for conditioning. It wasn't like a big leap. I don't know, I just kind of got hooked on it. Like I liked the routine of it. I wake up really early, so I liked waking up really early, going for a run. I feel like it just like really boosted my mood, made me feel good for the rest of the day. And it's really good for like building confidence too. And then once I ran that, I was like, oh, I love this so much. Like, what if I did a full marathon? And then I just signed up.
That's awesome.
And yeah, went through like 4 or 5 months of training to prepare. Ran the marathon, and it was an awesome, awesome time.
So I think the real question is when is Chris going to run a marathon with you?
I keep saying that. I tell him that I want him to run a half marathon or marathon with me. He's like, I don't know, like rugby, I'm gonna get injured.
I feel like honestly, I think like naturally, I am a very gifted runner. I am like a long distance. When I was going to high school, I was deciding between doing football and cross country. I was very close to just doing cross country because I was like really, I was just generally good at running long distance. But I decided to take the football path, and now I'm into rugby. So, big boy doesn't move so well. But we'll see. Maybe in the near future. Maybe when I retire from rugby, I'll shift into running. I still like to run occasionally, but I'm a
I like
max 3, 4, 5 miler kind of guy.
fast for a short amount of
I
time.
like running fast. I don't have the patience to go really slow and
Yeah.
far.
I prefer to run far. I'm not really fast, so I don't know. I like to run for long distances, and I just like totally check out. Like when I'm running, it's like I'm not even thinking. Like I know people struggle to run far because it's like they're thinking about breathing or they're tired, and it's like I just totally blank.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
All right, Chris, you have any other questions?
Yeah, we have a lot of female viewers on this podcast, as you know, and obviously, you're a very inspirational female, very independent, very strong woman who loves to do research, loves to run. Who are your women role models? Why?
Okay. Um, my female role models.
Yes.
I mean, when I was little, I always looked up to like the female soccer players, um, like Alex Morgan, Carly Lloyd, just because I don't know, I watched a lot of soccer. And they were pioneers for women in sports and equal pay, which I really looked up to. Um, I mean, my mom, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so Sonia Sotomayor was always someone that she had us read about when we were younger. She was pretty inspiring. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, um, Supreme Court justices, so that's pretty inspiring, yeah. Yeah, I guess the women in my family too, as well. My mom she went back to school to get her master's and she's like 56. So I think that's pretty cool that she's like changed the direction and doing something new, which I look up to, admire. She's very hardworking.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think I have any more questions. So, Chris, I think it might be time for you to reveal our big topic for today.
Our big topic. I mean, I thought I have an idea, but what is it?
I mean, what is it? We're in the middle of this year, so you can't.
I mean, I had more questions, but was it the rating reveal? Was that it?
I think he's just asking you. I don't think he's
All right. Well,
suggesting anything.
we got 5 minutes left on this. I don't know why the Zoom is not. The Zoom. I don't know. I got to talk to this. I got to talk to the donors
We're
about
breaking
this.
up.
All right. So we'll take a brief hiatus and then we'll come back for part two.